Hello, Guardians. We are back for the final Legend Lost Sector guide. This is Concealed Void. Remember, this one is over in the Asterion Abyss, and it does have arms today. I don't know if this is always arms. I kind of want to actually see if they do rotate around when they come back up. But you do have exotic arms today. I did get an Icefall Mantle for my practice runs already. This is going to be a Fallen Lost Sector, so this is going to have Barrier and Overload champions. We'll discuss those for a sec. Also, of course, extra shields, match game, which makes things interesting, and locked equipment. I also probably died the most in this Lost Sector at 1250 than any of the others, mostly just because things tend to warp around and you've just got some weird situations. Shields. You're going to have one captain with an arc shield. Honestly, I wouldn't worry too much about him. Use whatever barrier weapon to slowly work him down. Use your super just to smash the crap out of him. Whatever you're going to do, don't set up your build around him. He's not that big of a deal. He's just more an annoyance. Second, you're going to have Heavy Shanks. Two of them, I think, are the main ones, and they're solar shielded. Now, some people will say, well, you got Barrier, make sure you use Lament. I tried to goof around with this for a second. It did not go so well. And then also your other Barrier shields are Servitors, and they are floating over, like, radiolaria pools, so you really don't have a way to get to them. So Lament, while on other Lost Sectors, totally usable. This one, not so much. Viable options you're going to have, probably an Outrageous Fortune, if you've had this thing drop. The new thermal machine gun, also an option as well. I'm trying not to use exotics. If you've got Xenophage, that's probably what I would advise to everybody who's got it, but I'm trying to do it without it, being as I know not everybody has this. But if you have Xenophage, it's great. Trust me, it's worth using. So that covers Solar and Arc. You also have Void. Now, the Void Shield is going to be any of the regular servitors that are kind of running around, and they're very frequently spawning in the boss room, actually, just kind of a continual basis. So you're going to want something to manage Void Shields pretty frequently, hence the Auto Rifle and the Gnawing Hunger. Now, I know not everybody may have a Gnawing Hunger, but it is going to have double purpose benefit here because it's also what I paired up with for Overload rounds. So I get two options for Overload captains. You've got the Overload on the Auto Rifle, and then also from the Artifact, I've got the Thermal Overload, so I can use my Stasis or Solar Grenades. Stasis is my choice, and that's going to help me handle Overload. I ended up using both, but either way, something Void for the boss room. A lot of servitors will continue to come out, and if you can't do too much damage to a Void servitor who's making people immune, gets to be a little annoying. So, handle the servitor, have the Overload covered. Final piece, we've got Barrier. Now, you can do it one of two ways. I did some other videos with a Pulse Rifle, totally an option. The other option here is a submachine gun. I actually got this one specifically. And Friction Fire is that new one from Season of the Hunt. Slower firing, auto-loading holster. Thought it was a decent one, so I thought I'd give it a shot. And it worked out because I just needed to put out a lot of bullets. And for Barrier, it ended up working out okay. Now, as I said, this is kind of a weird Lost Sector. I died a few times. Kind of a couple sketchy moments for me. Overall, not my favorite one to do. But generally, I would say this one is kind of a cool experience. And again, it's dropping arms, of which is where you're going to be getting some of the new exotics from. So your choice on how you handle Barrier and Overload, but you are definitely going to need Solar and Arc. Solar at distance. I'm sorry, Solar and Void. Solar at distance, and the Heavy will help with the champions as well. And then you're going to need Void for quite a few servitors. Quick reminder as well, by the way, being as when you load up these Lost Sectors, you do get the benefit of basically hitting a rally flag, all your ammo's reloaded. So don't forget about things like Ammo Finder, reserves, and scavenger perks for your heavy weapon of choice. It's going to serve you very well because heavy is going to be beneficial, especially for putting damage into the boss. It's very slow with primaries. So keep that in mind. If you have the scavenger perks, again, grenade launchers coming from the artifact, but you can always choose that normally. You've got reserves on your chest. Also, don't forget, throw a resistance on there. Now, whatever your chest piece is, whether it's Arc, Solar, or Void, throw one of them on there. At least it's better than nothing, so no reason not to put that on there. And then the reserves will help you as well. Same thing as Ammo Finder. Okay, now let's go in. All right, so when you load in, you are going to be greeted by a couple of basic dregs here. Just a few. And then once you have those taken out, honestly, come around this corner. You're going to start seeing a few of these Shanks fly over. And you're also going to usually pretty quickly get greeted by the Overload Captain. He's going to be hanging out. Now, if I can take out the Shanks under here, that's not a horrible idea. Take care of those later. Overload Captain will at least stay on that side. I'm kind of glad he's not going to come over here and join me. But, depending on what you can shoot from, there's one of the Heavy Shanks. We'll get to him in a second. Got to find the Overload Captain. There he is. He is going to hurt. just proof how fast he can kill you. If you're going for a flawless run, don't mess with those guys. But we'll just go ahead and back off a sec. Try and keep his attention a little bit. And then once you get his attention, try and do it from range if you can. Auto rifle works, and then you can start doing this. That was pretty quick. Nice thing about the Stasis grenade, as you use it and you tend to stagger him, you also get your grenade back. Hence why it's good to have reserves and also ammo finder, so if I do run out of grenade launcher ammo, I can get some back. Now, you're going to need the heavy over here. Honestly, easiest just to kill him too, makes life simple. Got a decent amount of health, and the heavy just makes it go faster. One more bullet, dude. There we go. Alright. So these and these. Next room is a bit dicey, and this is where you're going to have that annoying captain, but we'll get to him a little bit later. We definitely don't start there. First thing we got on the left-hand side, depending on if you can work these guys down, you're going to have a couple of Shanks. And if you can hit them before the barrier guys, before the Servitor starts shielding them, or if you get a break from it, it's going to work nicely. The shots are going to be coming from over here. That's your captain over there. Not much you can do, but if you can kill a decent amount of the Shanks, so not everything is trying to kill you from every angle, it's probably better. Servitor's generally going to be blocking these guys on the platform, if not the Shanks as well. He gets to do a lot of things, but he goes all over the place. You notice he's below the platform right now. It's not really fair, I'm going to be completely honest. Just to try and keep those dregs at bay just a little bit so I can work him down. Try and see where he teleports to. There we go. Now, see if I can dunk some grenades into him and not kill me. There we go. Servitor's down. He's probably one of the most annoying. I've seen him up over here. I've seen him below the platform. As he warps around, just take your time. Don't force that kill. Make it a patience thing, and it will serve you much, much better. And again, just sit on this platform. Work the guys that you can from here. No need to rush in to fight anything else. We do something with a little bit longer range. There we go. Alright, captain's going to be over there. Now, you can probably take that guy out first, actually. You can slowly work the captain down with there. And as I said, my super's not quite up yet. Apparently, I took a little longer on my previous run, and it was just sitting there waiting for me. You can also attack him from here. Well, theoretically. You can do a little bit of damage to him. Now, if you ever fall down, it's not the end of the world. Just make sure you jump up quickly, and then just try and get back to some safe platform, kind of gather yourself again. But again, notice how slow that health goes down. Theoretically, yeah, we can work him down. It's slow, but it's doable. But this is why I said, it's like, for one guy, it's not worth the arc build. You just need to try and keep some damage on him. And again, if you can break that shield, and then just finish him, probably the best way I can say it. However you have to force him, if you wait for your super, use your super on him, do that too. It worked out either way for me this time. I've done it a couple different ways now for my multiple attempts. Not too bad either way. There's your next Heavy Shank. If you want a decent angle at hitting him, you can actually get fairly close up here where this thing's sitting. Not always going to be there. Shoot it twice and it's done. Now just around the corner, we're going to have an overload captain, so make sure you're all reloaded up and ready. If you want to wait for your grenade, that's not a horrible idea, or just make sure you've got some cover. So up top, you're going to have at least one Vandal Sniper. Try and take him down first. And then depending if this guy wants to play nice or not, or if my auto rifle wants to play nice. I've had that issue a couple times. My auto rifle does not go overload mode. There it goes. And then if you can just wedge the shots in, and then hopefully your grenade's up by about now, and then you can continue to disrupt it. Keep throwing that grenade as soon as it's disrupted. It's going to help you kind of manage it. And not the prettiest way to do that one, but it kind of gets the job done. Again, the stasis grenades, getting them recharged is really, really helpful against these overload guys, because their health comes back in a really, really odd fashion. Like, it comes back much faster than I think it should. I swear it's almost glitched, if not, like, really not working correctly. Once you get up in here, you're going to have quite a few wretch coming at you. I tried this with Risk Runner first, but Arc was definitely not helping me in the end. And all the heavy ammo drop it is on account of all my ammo finders. So ammo finder and scavenger make your ammo drops worthwhile. Lots of exploder shanks. There's going to be an overload captain back in there as well. Actually did disrupt him, so that helps. I'm not really worried about him at the moment because you have a whole lot more guys to spawn before you even get to him. I'm wasting a lot of ammo right now though. It's quite a mess. There you go. Once you get all those guys to spawn, you usually have to jump across, jump back, and just kind of hang back here. Let them come to you. They usually tend to hang out in this area. And if you got to pull back, pull back. They typically will not follow. And just make all the explodey things explode before you ever get over there. It's going to make your life a little better. Alright, so now we have the overload captain. Make sure heavy's reloaded. Make sure grenade is up. And he's either going to be tucked on the left, which it looks like he is. So this one, I'm going to throw the grenade, stagger him right away. Reloading fun. And again, don't forget about finishers on champions. That's going to help you conserve your ammo if you get that chance. It takes a little bit of more of an aggressive stance. Now, we are down in the boss room. I died here a lot, so if you do, don't worry. I did too. First set of ads, not too major. Actually need to try and get some primary ammo from one of these guys. Maybe. Just gonna throw all the heavy at me. Now, that boss is gonna be all sorts of aggressive. One of the few safe spots in the room is here. If you need it, you can also jump back here and truly retreat. Now, you can't do a lot of damage to him from here. You're usually going to be too far away to really get a good angle. And then depending on what's going on in the room, he may be shielded anyway. So out in the middle of the room, you are going to have your Servitor, who is, of course, your Void Shield. These guys are going to come up a lot. No more champions should be coming, so if you do get the chance to use Stasis Grenade to shatter some things up. Your other safe spot, relatively safe, I say. It's not the best, but it is right back here. And I say safe because the boss will technically not get right on top of you here. He's going to get on top of you in lots of other areas. I know, I'm sure there's a joke in that statement right there, but just, you know, we're moving on. And big thing is just watch where the boss goes. He won't technically get right on top of you and smack you here, but he will get potentially very close. If he peeks up like he's probably about to, just be careful. Alright, so once he is down, try and get your grenade launcher up. I usually try and dump damage him first. If you hit him once, it'll usually stagger him. No, he's on my head. I lied. Well, see, just when you think you haven't seen something, that room's not the safest. So if I say it, I mean it. Alright, so that's a death. Let's figure out where he went. And now he's like way in the back. If you do actually hit him after a teleport, you can usually dump some shots into him before he moves. But again, Servitor's back with a few ads, and that cycle just keeps happening, like a lot, actually. So watch the Vandal, because he's going to be shielded, so you got to focus on the Servitor. And it's usually that far right position is somewhat safe, but apparently not too much. Watch your health. If that boss gets a couple shots on you, you're going to be in pain. This was by far my slowest lost sector of all of these. Easily. And again, I know the submachine gun's not the greatest at range. It gets the job done. Now if I can hit him once... Oh, that's unfortunate. Now I told you he'll get up on top of you. He's just ruining all my rules right now, so perfect runs. Great here. Well, you do have multiple deaths in this thing, but be careful with him. Apparently, like, if you really want to try and get some damage on him, try it here. If you ever get him standing still, try and unload a clip of your grenade launcher. It's going to probably work the best. And again, thinking I'm safe over here, I don't feel safe anymore, I'll be completely honest. Now, we seem to have some more guys out here. Stasis Grenade might actually... Darkness encroaching in 5 minutes also. That basically just means that you will... your revives will not work after 15 minutes, so that is your total time. It didn't take me that long, but you do have to play a little bit cautious. He's under half, that's why those, you know, a full clip of grenade launcher dumping into him is good. Reserves of grenade launchers will help, because as you do get some ammo finders and can take it with you, I would say try and conserve it where you can. Grab some ammo, if anything drops, make sure you're moving. Oh, right on my head. I don't even know how I'm actually alive at the moment. Yeah, when he teleports, there's not a lot of safety in this place. Cool, keep missing your grenade launcher shots. And wasting them. Now, if he gets low, typically what I'll do is I'll make sure, I'm kind of at this point where he is fairly low, I want to find the Servitor, break the Servitor, and then go super to try and finish him up if he's fairly low. But I don't want the super ruining the fun, trying to make him immune while I'm using my super. So make sure the Servitor is down before you use your super. If you're really having struggles with this one and you just like it's not seemingly coming together, you could theoretically like wait on your super for a while. But you also run the risk of running out of time for your revives in case things do get into the bad shape. Now here's the time where I definitely will go super. Now he will smash, but be careful at that. Now I'm going to try and get away because my health is even a little low and try to come from the other angle. Get that shattering. And try and get out of here. Use my stasis grenade as I back out. He's on my back to my corner. Try and shatter all the adds over there. See if they drop any ammo. So far, not a ton, but he's going to be pretty low. Teleporting. Love it. Absolutely love it. Best video ever here. Hi. How are you? At this point, I'm just going to try and pump any damage into him that I can, running low on lots of ammos. If he stays away from the Servitor, I don't have to worry about him being immune, which is good. Till he does otherwise. Yeah, this is the Murphy's Law. If something can go wrong, and it definitely will. Right now, all of it. Everything. This is pretty terrible. Well, not my best guy in the world, but you guys can see why I struggled on this one, and hopefully you can, you know, empathize a little bit. Shattering, come on. You can see he's immune again, hence why you've got to have something for those Servitors, because if you have to deal with, like, a void enemy that will not die, it's going to be trouble. I'm going to try and finish him here. Low, there we go. Still got to finish the adds to actually open the wall. I don't know if any more are going to come out. It is not loving the ammo. There's a little bit. Thank you. All right. Grab our chest. I just got an exotic on the last run, so I don't expect one. That may as well not even count as an exotic. That one's that terrible. But that is it. Boss room is tricky. He will teleport around, so use the retreat area back here if you need some safety. You're going to have the one Arc Captain. You've got the Heavy Shanks that are solar, but they're ranged, so I would not recommend a Lament on this one. And then if you do have Xenophage, it's probably perfect. And then, of course, you've got the Void Servitors. Barrier and Overload need to be handled, and that pretty much wraps it up for this one. So this is Concealed Void, Lost Sector, and hopefully you guys did enjoy this video. If you did, drop a like below, leave a comment if you have thoughts, opinions, other builds. I'm always open for those. If you want to find me on Twitch and Twitter, it's Ebontis on both. Right here on YouTube, if you guys are new to the channel or haven't hit that subscribe button yet, please hit that subscribe bell and the subscribe button, and then the alert bell as well, and hopefully my new videos will make it to you. Have a good one. I'll see you soon.